My name is Isla. I was 17 when I walked out of my mother's house with nothing but a black trash bag over my shoulder, and a dream in my chest I didn't dare speak aloud. The trash bag held 3 t-shirts, 1 pair of jeans, a broken hairbrush, a toothbrush with no cap, a faded family photo, and my journal, the one thing I refused to leave behind. That journal was my sanctuary. In it were scraps of hope and scribbled plans for a future I couldn't even imagine yet. It wasn't much, but it was mine. It was 2:47 a.m. when I left. The sky was dark and the stars were shy that night. I didn't slam the door. I didn't say goodbye. Mama was passed out on the couch, a half-empty bottle by her side. The TV flickered in the background, some late-night talk show no one was watching. My little sister Lily was asleep in the bedroom, curled up with her old bear that was missing an eye. I stood at her door for a full minute, watching her chest rise and fall. I wanted to kiss her forehead, whisper something brave like, "I'll come back for you." But I couldn't move. My throat locked shut. So I just turned around and walked out. The cold hit me like a slap. I pulled my hoodie tighter and kept walking. The street was dead quiet. Just me and the sound of my worn sneakers slapping against the concrete. I didn't know where I was going. I just knew I couldn't stay. Home wasn't safe anymore. Not with the yelling. Not with the fists that always found my arms. Not with the nights I lay awake afraid of what morning would bring. I ended up behind the old library building on 5th Street. It was a place I used to visit with Mama before everything went wrong. The library had long since shut down, budget cuts, they said. But behind it, near the dumpsters, was a corner shielded from the wind. I curled up there using the trash bag as a pillow, and pulled my knees to my chest. The ground was cold and so was I. But for the first time in a long time, no one was yelling. No one was hitting. No one was telling me I was worthless. I cried quietly into my sleeve. Not because I was sad I left, but because I didn't know what tomorrow would look like. I was just a girl with a trash bag, no money, no phone, and no plan. But even as the tears ran down my face, I knew something deep in my bones. I wanted more than this. The second night was colder. I tucked myself behind the diner, where Rosa had given me food. I didn't expect to see her again, but the back door creaked open near midnight. "Still here?" she asked, frowning. I nodded. "Nowhere else." She sighed and handed me a paper cup of soup. "It ain't much. You need a shelter." "They're full," I lied. I had tried one the day before. They turned me away because I didn't have ID. Rosa looked at me for a long moment. "If I talk to Nina, maybe we can find something. You willing to clean up after hours? Wipe tables, mop floors?" "Yes," I said too quickly, eyes wide. "Anything." And just like that I had something. It wasn't a real job. More like scraps of work. But I was given leftovers and a warm place to sit for an hour or two. Sometimes I scrubbed pans in the back. Sometimes I mopped. Rosa never asked too many questions. When the staff left and the place was dark, I sat in the break room and wrote in my journal. Little things. One day I'll have a real job. My own place. I'll help girls like me. I wrote these things even when they felt ridiculous. Even when I still slept on concrete. Rosa became my first friend. She was 40, tired, and had a soft spot for strays like me. One night, she peeked into the break room and saw me writing. "What are you always scribbling?" "Dreams," I mumbled. She laughed. "Dreams in a trash bag? That's a first." I smiled. "You have to start somewhere." She sat across from me, wiping her hands on her apron. "You ever think about cleaning for a living? People pay. Not much. But it adds up." I could. I like organizing things. I make lists. "You got the hands for it." "Strong but gentle," she said. "Start small. Flyers, word of mouth." So I did. With borrowed markers and old paper, I made handwritten flyers. Honest cleaning. Reliable. Affordable. Ask for Isla. I posted them near laundromats, corner stores, churches. The first week, no calls. The second week, 1 call. Mrs. Ellison. An old lady with a cluttered apartment. She paid me in cash and gave me tea. I cleaned her floors so well, she told her neighbor. Then it began. The beginning was messy. Some clients were rude. Some didn't pay what they promised. I made mistakes. I forgot gloves. I spilled bleach. I cried in alleys. But I kept going. One day a man named Mr. Dean called. His wife had passed, and the house was too big for him now. He was kind, quiet, and paid well. "You remind me of my daughter," he said once, handing me a cup of coffee. I cleaned for him weekly. He told his friends. I got more jobs. I saved every dollar. Rosa helped me find a tiny room to rent. One window, one bulb, a shared bathroom. But it had a door that locked. A bed. A small heater. I cried the night I moved in. Not from sadness. From pride. I bought proper cleaning supplies. Gloves, sprays, rags. I kept them in a plastic tote. Each morning I packed it carefully and walked block to block, job to job. I never stopped writing in my journal. I added check boxes. I dreamed bigger. I wanted to train girls who were like me. Ones who needed a chance. Ones no one saw. I started talking to young women at shelters. Taught them how to scrub a floor properly, how to schedule clients. One girl, Marcy, stuck around. Then another, Tasha. We became a team. We wore matching t-shirts with our new name, Bright Start Cleaning. People began to notice. We were reliable, respectful, on time. We didn't judge messy homes. We charged fair prices. Clients smiled more. Some left thank you notes. One baked us muffins. We were still poor, still hustling, but we were proud. I saved every dollar I didn't. I started a small fund to help Lily. I missed her terribly. She was 10 now. One day, a woman from the city council invited me to speak at a community event. "You have a story, Isla. Tell it." So I did. I stood on a stage and said, I was just a girl with a trash bag, but I had a dream, and I held on to it even when my hands were shaking. The house was smaller than I remembered. Paint peeling, door crooked. Mama answered. She looked older, tired, but sober. Lily ran to me. She cried. I cried. We sat in the kitchen. I told them everything. About Rosa, the diner, Mr. Dean, Bright Start. Mama didn't say much, but she held my hand. "I didn't protect you," she whispered. "We survived," I said. I gave Lily a phone. "Call me whenever." I mean it. I sent money monthly, helped fix the roof, got Lily school supplies. It wasn't perfect, but it was healing. Today Bright Start is a cooperative. 20 women, all with stories, all with fire. We clean homes, offices, hearts. Our logo is a trash bag shining like gold. Underneath it says, "Start small, dream big." I still have my journal, still write in it, and I still walk the same path every day. The difference is now I lead others with me, because I was just a girl with a trash bag and a big dream, but that was enough.